It looks like GPT 5.6 is coming tomorrow. As well, there's also rumors about GPT-6 even coming later this month and Fable 5.1 coming in a few weeks. Alongside that, the SpaceX team just dropped Grok 4.5 and the model is competitive. It matches Opus 4.8 level and GPT 5.6 level performance at a fraction of the cost. So let's get into it. After days of negative news and restrictions and bans, we're finally getting some positive news. GPT 5.6 Sol, alongside with Terra and Luna, will be launching publicly this Thursday, which means by the time you're watching this video, within a day, you are going to get access most likely to GPT 5.6 Sol, the strongest model from OpenAI, alongside with two new tiers, Terra and Luna. This is good news for us, especially in the AI space. Over the last couple of weeks, maybe even a month now, we've been dealing with a lot of restrictions, Fable 5 being pulled back, US restrictions. Even yesterday I made a video about how China might be placing restrictions, but it looks like things have moved a little bit in the positive direction because they're saying that they're able to expand this preview access globally now, which means they worked alongside the US government. They came up with a solution, probably some minor restrictions or safeguardings that they're going to place on these models, allowing them to serve the strongest models across the globe, which is good news for a lot of us. But what's really interesting is that while GPT 5.6 Sol is coming out tomorrow, we know that this model has been basically done for a while now. It was obviously being restricted, but there's some new news that GPT 5.6 Sol might be the last model in the GPT-5 lineup. According to some insiders, GPT-6 is supposed to be launching in about a month, which is earlier than expected. It's earlier than I expected it personally, given how we had so many delays. But obviously those delays were not because the models weren't ready. Those delays were because of obviously what's happening with the US government and everything like that. So GPT-6 could be a model that is going to come sooner than we all expect. And some people are saying even possibly later this month. Now, I personally don't think that is going to be the case, given that this model is about to come on July 9th. Within 3 weeks, I don't know if a new model will be launched. They're going to let GPT 5.6 Sol be launched, people use it, take some learnings from that, and help improve GPT-6. So I don't know if later this month is going to be the case. But GPT-6 is supposed to be based on a new, significantly larger pre-trained model versus the 4 trillion 5.5, 5.6 spud base that we are all used to at the moment. So this is going to be big news for us because we're going to get a completely different type of model coming up, basically a model that's going to have much stronger capabilities. And it looks like even internally, there's a lot of excitement at OpenAI over this new base, which they believe is going to be much better able to compete with both Fable 5 and upcoming 5.1, which is the first time I'm also hearing this. 5.1, because Fable 5 once again was a model that has been available for almost a month or so now. So seeing that 5.1 is ready is not surprising. Obviously Fable 5 was taken away for a couple of weeks, so maybe that derailed the timeline a little bit. But they're saying that GPT-6 is probably going to be launched around the same time 5.1 is basically going to be launched, targeting a similar release window. And OpenAI initially intended to continue with the SPUD model through GPT-6, but they probably decided against it based off of how capable Fable 5 is. So that tells you that the AI race is not slowing down. Next month, we're going to get more models, GPT-6, probably Fable 5.1. I don't know if they'll call it Fable 5.1 or something else, but we are seeing a rapid acceleration when it comes to model development, training, and deployment. And if you look at the Fable 5.1 news, apparently it is in the last stages of the pipeline at Anthropic and a release is expected in the coming weeks, which I'm kind of shocked about because obviously we're so familiar with the model launches, especially in 2025. We used to get a model every maybe 5 months or something like that. And then 2026, obviously that has accelerated, but now it seems like this model launch is just getting faster and faster. So it looks like the training and the partnership is being paid off for Anthropic with obviously SpaceX and everything like that, giving them the infrastructure to speed up their model deployment as well. And what's really interesting is that USA is not the only one speeding up their model deployment. On the other side of the globe, China, DeepSeek is preparing for a launch of V4 GA, general availability. So right now it's obviously in preview mode. it's going to turn into GA, which is not crazy, but basically means the model is done training and it's fully ready. And it usually indicates that they're already focused on the next version of DeepSeek. If that is version 5, version 6, who knows what they're going to call it, or version 4.5, who knows. But we also know that this new model that DeepSeek is going to launch is going to be on par with or better than GLM 5.2. GLM 5.2, a very capable model, very good launch for Z.AI, and GLM 5.2 is probably the best model from China at the moment. So if the new model from DeepSeek matches that, it'll be good for them, especially given that the Chinese space is also speeding up, because there's a new model coming, Minimax Pro, which is a 2.7 trillion parameter model. So yeah, the space is heating up, the race is heating up, China is accelerating their deployment, as well the frontier labs. So the next couple of weeks are going to be huge. So make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel so you don't miss out on any of the new model drops as well any news updates. Before we continue, we just launched the Universe of AI newsletter. If you want to stay on top of AI news without having to hunt for it, link is in the description. Don't miss out. Now, this was something I was not expecting, especially in 2026, is that a model from the Grok lineup, Grok 4.5, being so competitive that it matches Opus 4.8 and GPT 5.5 level performance. It looks like Grok has jumped up the leaderboard with their new model, Grok 4.5, and the partnership that they have with Cursor is paying real dividends. If we just take a look at the benchmarks, for example, we can see that this model already beats Opus 4.8 when it comes to the deep software engineering benchmark. The 1 version in 1.1 is a little bit behind, sitting at the 4th place, ahead of GLM 5.2, which is not a bad accomplishment. And then on terminal bench, it is better than Opus 4.8 at the max level and Opus 4.7 at the max level, a little bit behind GPT 5.5, which is about 0.1%. And on the software engineering bench pro benchmark, we see that it is actually the 3rd model. Opus 4.8 sits at 69.2 and the Grok 4.5 64.7%. So these benchmarks are obviously very convincing, showing us that Grok 4.5 is really good. But obviously, as you work with this model, as more and more people use it, we're going to see if it's actually just excelling at benchmarks, or is it actually a model that most people will use. The partnership with Cursor, as well the infrastructure that Grok has with SpaceX, is going to allow this model to excel. It was just a matter of time until they produce a capable model, and it looks like this model could be that model. But not only is this model really capable, it's actually more efficient than many of the frontier labs. If you look at this, for example, Grok 4.5 use about 4.2 times fewer tokens than Opus 4.8 on average tasks, basically on the software engineering bench pro task, which tells you that this model is getting on par results as the top models out there, Opus 4.8. Obviously not Fable 5, we'll put Fable 5 to a different tier, but Opus 4.8, and is using 4.2 times fewer tokens, which tells you it's an efficient model. As well, this model is quite cheap as well. Grok 4.5 is priced in at about $2 per million input tokens and $6 per million output tokens. And this model also achieves roughly 2 times the token efficiency of comparable leading models, according to them obviously, and it solves the task in under half the number of steps. Overall, Grok 4.5, according to them, delivers the highest intelligence per unit of time and cost, which is obviously important for a lot of developers who are going to be working on a tight budget, as well don't want to waste all their token limits on basic tasks. Having a model that's efficient and cheap is definitely a huge win for Grok 4.5. Now, if the pricing angle was not clear, just to show you guys it alongside the top models from OpenAI and obviously Anthropic, Grok 4.5, $2 in versus $6 out, versus GPT 5.6, $5 in and $30 out, and then Opus 4.8, $5 in, $25 out. This model is about 5 times cheaper, don't quote me on my math, compared to many of the leading models, and it's producing on par results to Opus 4.8 and GPT 5.6. So yeah, once again, big win for the Grok team. But that's it for today's video. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, follow our new newsletter as well at universeofai.beehive.com, as well subscribe to the main channel World of AI, and support us on X by following the Universe of AIZ as well. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.